Okay, hi everyone. Today we are going to be using iPiStudio to import a file that we've captured in iPiRecorder and basically create a 3D character model animation out of it. Okay, so first you want to install iPiStudio, which I have already done so, and it's over here. The installation is pretty straightforward. You just follow the installer. There's nothing you need to install extra, so you don't have to install OpenNI or anything like that. It just works as is. So once you install it, it does cost some money. So you may have to, you can either buy or you can use a trial. So I've actually decided to use the trial. So I'm going to go ahead and click continue using the free trial. If you do want to use the free trial, you still gotta you have to enter an email and everything like that. So the cool thing about the free trial is that it does have everything in it. So it's basically the full version, no restrictions in the free trial. Okay, so let's go ahead and what we want to do first is we want to open up a video that we've recorded from iPiRecorder, which I've already done, and it's right here. So I go ahead and I hit open, and then on this screen you can just hit OK, and it's going to start processing the background and so forth. Okay, so let me move around and just show you how it looks. So obviously over here, this is our depth view. So if I can brighten this, that basically shows what the Kinect camera is seeing in terms of depth. So this section would be the wall of my room. So just real quick, let me actually show you how the video itself looks. Let's go ahead and turn everything off. Go to camera 1 and hit play. Yeah, my room is a little bit messy, but that's okay. Okay, so you can see I get into position, I do the T-frame that I've told you about already, and there you go. I start the motion. So just a pretty quick, short motion. So now, once we got that, we actually want to go where we stop the motion first. So I stop the motion around here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag my region of interest over to that. What happened? There you go. So drag my region of interest there. Ooh, that's not good. That's not that bad. Okay, just let me fix this because we don't want to. So the first, if you remember, I told you the first 30 frames need to be the background. That's what that is over there. I don't want to. I was overlapping that for a bit. But okay, so as you can see, this red arrow or triangle is really where your current video is at. So since we end around there, now let's go ahead and find the ending of our T-frame position. So I was doing the T-frame up until okay, and that's about when I start doing the movement. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag the region of interest to that location. Okay, so, and then you also want to do the same thing with take 1 and move it to the same exact position. Okay, now that we have that, what we want to do is, this is the tedious part. We want to make sure our skeleton, which is right here, matches up with the depth of our T position. So actually, I'm going to take out the video. So as you can see, that's our person, or skin. Let me make him a little bit brighter, easier to see. So as you can see, my character is all the way up here, or I'm actually all the way up there, I guess, not my character. So what we want to do is we need to move the skeleton. So we select the move tool over here, and then you just drag. So you're going to see a basically a coordinate system. we have the your X, or actually your X, your Y, and your Z, or whichever way you want to call them. So what we want to do first is we want to drag our character over there, and then from here you can see it's actually a pretty good overlap, but our hands are not matching. So what we want to do from there is we're going to go ahead and select the IK, which is Inverse Kinematics tool, and just drag the hand into the position it needs to be. So my hand needs to be there, and my other hand needs to be right there. Okay, that looks pretty good. Almost. Now, this actually would help. What you want to do is go to tracking. You can click Enable Shoulder Tracking, and just say Refit Pose. And it's going to try and fit you in as well as it can. So I'm actually, this looks like it's pretty well done, so I'm happy with that. So what we're going to do now is we just hit Track Forward, and it's going to start doing the tracking of the motion. So at this point in time, it will take a while. If you have a strong graphics card, it won't take as long. So luckily mine is pretty powerful, so it's doing this kind of quickly. But if you're going to do this on a laptop, it's going to take a long time for just a short amount of frames. So that's one of the potential downfalls for this software, because some other softwares can actually use they can actually do it in real time. This one can't. It has to capture the motion first, then it makes a skeleton. So, and if you're looking for if you're looking for speed, this application may not be the way to go. And also, the other downfall is that it obviously costs money. So, you can see it's starting to track my movements pretty well. So we're about halfway done. So let's just let it finish up. What else can I say about the software? Overall, it's pretty good for what it does, but it's also kind of limited in what it can do. So you can export. So let me just show this real quick. Over here, you can actually export the animations to a whole bunch of different animation programs: 3ds Max, Motion Builder, Blender, Endorphin. I don't actually know what that one is, and iClone. But you have all those options to do. So you can export your motion capture skeleton over there if you wanted to. Alright, so this is about done. So there's my kick. And I think I throw one more punch at the end of that kick. Oh yeah, so for mouse controls, middle mouse button is for, just moving around the scene and zooming in and out. The right mouse button lets you rotate, and your left mouse button is just for the clicks and stuff, for selections. It doesn't actually do anything. Does it do something? No, it doesn't do anything. So, okay, so now that we're done with the tracking, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the depth, so you just see the character. I move it back over here, and I'm going to hit play so we can see how it turned out. That's actually pretty good. I like that a lot. One thing that we can do is if you notice there's a little bit of jitterness in there, so what we can do is go to post-processing and just apply jitter removal. So that's going to take some time. Fortunately, not as long as when we were doing the original tracking. You can also do some trajectory smoothing or sharpening. I don't think we need that for the purposes of this one, because this video is a martial arts movement, so we want it to look a little bit more fluid than, well, I guess it depends on what you're looking for. I won't do it because it'll probably just take some more time. Okay. So that is about done. And now let's take a look at what we've got. Hit play. See, as you can see, it's much smoother now. Actually, it kind of feels like it's an actual person, which is what we're looking for. Now if I turn off the skin, we can just view the skeleton for a moment. Camera 1. Let's go ahead and play. So this is basically the joints that the camera was tracking. And that's why you notice that there's no finger movement or anything like that. So the skeleton is kind of limited, but it's basic enough that I can do what you want it to do. Okay, so now we have that. We're gonna go ahead and save this. So I'm just gonna save in I have a connect folder, so I'm just gonna save it as demo 2 because I've actually already made the demo 1. But okay, so we save it there, and then now just a cool thing you can do is before you export it, if you want to import a target character and track and see how it would look if the movements are tracked onto him, you can go ahead and try that. So unfortunately, I don't have a target character that works perfectly with this program, and I'm not a 3D modeler, so I have to use what I find off the internet. So just real quick though, the files that it can import is BioVision, Collada files, FBX files, and the Half-Life 2 source engine files. So I'm going to go ahead and import a character, a Superman character. So let's go ahead and open that. So this is what I was talking about where it gets a little bit weird. So unfortunately, I don't know how to make Superman be facing the right way. But as you can see, his motions are tracked pretty good actually for what it is. So if I did the T-pose sideways, it probably would work better. But there you go. So that's the overview of iPi Studio. So if you have any questions, you can feel free to let me know. Okay, thanks. Bye.